It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
On 85, straight genocide, get a bean pie, you want pee. See homicide, that's inside, I'm on crease side with my P. I've been penalized so many times, my nigga died in them streets. Learned to bend aside, had to improvise, I set aside my grit. Still the same young nigga with a goal. Ariel got paid for the pole. Campaign on the block with a pole. White tee nigga, fuck them clothes. White man can't stop my growth. Jump man came at my soul. 10 deep at the Chinese store. Chopper scene like Daniel Jones. Tryna break my old habit. Step up financial status. Pulling plays in Miami. See the view from my advantage. Niggas taking advantage. Let her came with the sandwich. Let her play with my family. Let it bang from the camera. I'm still haunted by them souls in the river. Even in the dead of winter when it's cold. Never shiver. We could take it to the stage. I'm a stand up solid. Both hands in my pocket. Oh, sit me that deposit. Yeah. Oh, rap it die, rap it die, rap it die. Beat on, rap it die, rap it die, rap it die. Beat on, rap it die, rap it die, rap it die. Beat on, rap it die, rap it die, rap it die. Got that money showing up. She get down to the wire. Got me like in my fire. We gon' take this shit higher, nigga. What? Rap it die, rap it die, rap it die. Beat on, rap it die, rap it die, rap it die. Beat.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this evening. In this video, we're going to be getting into 21 Savage and the Fuck the Streets movement. All right? Now, y'all know a couple days ago, 21 Savage came out, called out Atlanta, called out Quavo, Offset, said they need to get their shit together, get back together, make music, take over the city. Said the same thing for Young Thug and Gunna, right? Said Thug was on bullshit as it pertained to Gunna. Knew he wasn't a street nigga, all that stuff. We talked about it here on this channel. Challenge Future. Him and Future reconciled within about a day. And the whole thing of it was this whole fuck the streets. He told Young Thug and Gunna, fuck the streets. We need to get on our A game and get this thing together. Since then, a whole list of other rappers in the industry have joined this Fuck the Streets movement, and it's mostly street rappers. So, guys who come up from rough neighborhoods, may have sold a little bit of dope, might have been affiliated with some type of local gang or something, might have been niggas jumping out, running up in niggas' cribs, might have been low-level street hustler, robber niggas. Whatever the case may be, they transitioned into the music industry, came into the game, wanted to be rappers, pursued rapping, found success in rapping, or in glorifying the streets, no less, by the way. Most of these guys, if you go through their discography, they may have a grand total of 5 songs that you might could say was just on some regular real nigga shit. The rest of it is glorifying the most heinous aspects of street life. At most, you might get a rest in peace song out of one of these motherfuckers every 2 albums. But other than that, you know, you kind of get what you get with these guys. But now, since the so-called street rap has been on a decline, since the guys who really were like the big-time Atlanta trap rappers who cultivated a following in the mainstream, their music is now starting to lose influence. Since they're no longer charting, they're not making hits, they're trying to figure out a way to remain relevant. So now they're banding together under the Fuck the Streets movement. However, I don't see what direction they're gonna go in, right? Because when you say fuck the streets, what do you mean? How far are you willing to take it with that messaging? And how far are you willing to make changes in yourself in order to continue to push that line? Do I think that this is inherently a bad thing? No. I've been pushing for growth in hip hop for over a decade. You know what I'm saying? I used to have a podcast called Fresh and Local Radio with my homeboys out here back in 2013-ish. I've been told niggas hip hop need to grow the fuck up. I've been told niggas that niggas need to let the petty shit go and evolve. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to fucking speak properly. Represent yourself properly when you go outside. Dress properly. That don't mean you gotta change how you dress, but your shit shouldn't be hanging off your motherfucking ass 25 plus. Really 18 plus in the real world. Shit. 15 is pushing it. But, you know, everybody catches on to things differently. Been told niggas to learn the business of the industry. There's so much that could have been impacted and changed and built foundationally for hip hop, for the growth and the future of it. But so many people were laxed, comfortable, happy to be here, happy to be able to do this and be so-called street niggas and not change. So they thought. Then we start getting all the RICO investigations, bodies dropping, people losing their kids, losing their sons, daughters to gang violence and all of this type of shit, right? Then you get people investigating into people like Lil Babies of the world to say, well, shit, did he do this music video in this rival neighborhood to make a statement and then somebody ends up getting killed, right? City of Atlanta tried to pin that on him. Situations like with Lucci, right? Riding around, getting shot at, got to push your homeboy out the car and keep the shit moving, or let your homeboy out the car however he wanted to slice it, because he said they pulled him out. They didn't push him out. But your damn show didn't take him to the hospital. You got the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? To the investigation in YSL, Young Thug, the whole thing. Of course, we know what that looked like. Then we had the whole situation recently with Future's brother getting caught up at a trap house with all types of fentanyl and shit like that, right? Now we got this whole fuck the streets movement circulating. Everybody want to try to figure out a way to still be street, but let's separate. And then on the other side of that, you have some rappers that see this whole fuck the streets movement happening or spreading, gaining traction on social media, and they not going for it. Okay? You have somebody like a Blueface who's not happy about this shit. He said, when I see y'all niggas backstage, I'm no longer dapping y'all up. Y'all niggas should be saying fuck yo street, not fuck the street, especially as all of y'all have built y'all followings portraying yourself to be street. Fabio Foreign from New York also has been coming out voicing very similar sentiments, saying I'm not gonna let y'all get this one off. Y'all niggas is weird. So I'm gonna cover both sides of the spectrum, and I think all you motherfuckers are misguided, to be honest. But in all fairness, this is what's happening in so-called hip-hop, rap, really. So we'll talk about it. So this is the piece that really got everybody moving. Gunna, Young Thug, y'all niggas fixed that shit. Y'all love each other, nigga. You knew Gunna wasn't no gangster when he told the first time, and we swept it under the rug. Now, I think when he told the first time, people are alluding to when Gunna, before he was affiliated with YSL, or signed to YSL, let me be clear, when he was just Sergio Kitchens in College Park, he was on the news. One of his homeboys had been killed or something like that, and he was on the news talking to the Crime Stoppers in Atlanta and basically talking about how the neighborhood was fucked up and niggas need constructive things to do with themselves. And they highlighted that he was an aspiring rapper at the time. So when he told the first time and we swept it under the rug, for you, you know he wasn't trying to leave you to hang, nigga. Fuck the streets. We ain't get shit but trauma from that shit. So now you got this whole collage here of people in the industry jumping on the fuck the streets wagon. Okay, we got, who's this? CEO Big 30, 21 Savage, fuck the streets, I want billions. YFN Lucci, fuck the streets, at 21 Savage. We got a screenshot of, looks like the baby. Okay, the baby, who's allegedly shot multiple people in self-defense, no less, but publicly been known for shooting people, punching on people, the whole nine. So apparently he's been having conversations with 21 Savage around this fuck the streets. We got Future. Of course, him and Future reconciled. We got this screenshot with Quavo and Offset. People are really looking at that like they looking at each other like, nigga, fuck you. But nonetheless, they got caught in the screenshot of it all. We have G Herbo, right? Street rapper from Chicago, Chirac, joining the Fuck the Streets movement. He put a statement out in support as well. We'll get to it in a moment. And so many others. And at the bottom there was also a screenshot from Pooh Shiesty, who's been going viral for the last few days in a new release since coming home from the joint. So here we have the statement from G Herbo on his stance on F the Streets. He says, the objective is to make it home every night. The goal is to take care of your family and not become a sad story. Avoid life in jail or even worse, death. Never glorified my life or circumstances, but more so I shed light on the problems I had to face, and a lot of us still face on a day-to-day basis. It took a lot to get here, so with no need to say more, let me make it clear. Big Swerve, Lil Herb, Big G Herbo still and always will love the streets, cause we all we got, protect the youth, save the youngins. So he says, although I will always love the streets, fuck the streets, the objective is to make it home, which I'm not mad at G Herbo. I'm not really mad at any of these guys for coming out here and putting some sort of effort to try to clean up their act and evolve, right? I feel like y'all late as hell to the party, but I'm not mad at these guys, right? But I do find the timing to be very interesting. I do find the fact that we're getting F the Streets messaging when the street rappers are suffering, when they're losing their stronghold on the masses. It took for y'all to actually have to lose record sales in order to try to transition yourself. The best move y'all could have made was at the height of your popularity, figure out a way to make that transition so that y'all could have evolved gracefully in the game and had longevity in the public eye. Now y'all just gonna be former street rappers performing at the same places you've been, which is good enough. Make your money, do your thing, take care of your family. That's awesome. Just the other day, we had Young Thug come out and say he wishes that the hip hop game would evolve into pop. We already said what we needed to say about that. I'm just bringing it back up in the conversation because, again, we're hearing people that are switching up the tune on everything. The most slimest niggas of all time. The nigga that said he would shoot at the Reverend and never gave us a concrete reason as to why he would do it is now saying we need to turn this shit into pop music. I'm sorry. You would not even qualify for pop music on the merits of what you're doing and or saying. Okay? This ain't 2003. Mariah Carey is not coming to come post up with you niggas in your video shoots. So on the other side of the spectrum, we got Fabio Foreign. He's against this whole fuck the streets thing. So he says this ain't even about hearing a nigga out no more or really learning who a nigga is. This shit is straight clickbait movies. That was a couple days ago. But here he comes back with some more while everything is going viral. This generation of people is just different. SMH. Nah, LOL. I can't just let you niggas say fuck the streets. The streets is the reason why a lot of these niggas in these big positions. I never turn my back. You definitely need to get remedial classes, brother. Never. Instead of saying I'll, you say I never turn my back on my biggest support system. How niggas help change the streets or save the streets. Is your biggest support system the actual streets? I would think Fabio Foreign's biggest support system is white boys enamored with gang life, but whatever. Do you? He says the streets keep me movie. Now what the fuck? He mentioned movie before, so I guess that's part of his slang. The streets keep me movie and keep me and mine's good. And guess what? I better not see in what? I better not see in one nigga from the street support nobody that say fuck the streets. I don't care who you are, nobody get a pass in my eyes. I don't think nobody's been getting a pass of your music either lately, Mr. Foreign. Not gonna lie. This the one time 6ix9ine goofy ass was right. And he spelled it R-I-T-E like Rite Aid. He says, man, at the end of the day, I want to thank the streets for supporting me. I want to thank the streets for teaching me how to survive and thrive in the rooms that helped change my life. Yes, it's a bunch of negative, but everything got negative. So every time we see a thing we don't like or hear some shit we don't want to hear, we gonna say fuck it. Nah, can't jack that. Were you thinking the streets when you claimed that Mace signed you for $5,000? I don't know. Just asking. He says, I could understand saying fuck jail. Fuck crashing out over dumbass shit. Fuck impressing the niggas in the hood that want to hold you back anyway. What else they gonna do for you? Once you evolve and leave, they gonna be shitting on you. Anyway, let's get back to what he said. Fuck violence, but it's something special about the streets that you can't find nowhere else in the world. I'm from New York, and the streets is bad out here. But it's few good men I meet in the streets that I met will be in heart forever. Now, as I'm reading this from Fabio Foreign, I can understand why your name is Fabio Foreign, because clearly English is not your first language, because it's terrible in this typing. However, I get where he's coming from to a degree, right? I sit somewhere in the middle. I'm not a street nigga. I don't portray myself to be a street nigga. I know street niggas grew up with them. It's all good, right? But I understand, because this hip hop thing was founded in the streets, right? Not in terms of necessarily gangbanging and bullshitting, but actually the heart of the people, the pulse of the people who was fucked up, poor, didn't have nowhere to go, hanging out at the parks, plugging shit into the goddamn power lines, and figuring out a way to entertain people who didn't have the means to do it elsewhere, right? Listening to the original rap records, we're not just going to talk about hip-hop delight, rapper's delight, excuse me. We're not just going to talk about that. Yeah, that's the mainstream shit, but niggas was talking about what was going on in the neighborhood. Niggas wanted to dress like the dope boys from the neighborhood. Like, there is a street element to hip-hop, even on an aspirational level, because the rappers wanted to be like the street niggas. And over time, as hip-hop grew, as hip-hop got more support, it became more mainstream, it became more viable, it became more, democratized, it became more invested in by corporate entities, labels, etc. That content only got magnified. That content only became more and more commonplace. So even the non-street nigga decided, hey, I want to be a rapper. I got to put a certain type of content in my music in order to even capture the people that listen to these niggas. Because if I bring something different to the table, they're not going to want to hear me, right? And over time, that snowballed and became the standard, where if you rap and you ain't on some street shit, we can't verify your street background, we probably not gonna support you, right? That's the street niggas, that's the squares, that's the scholars, that's the everybody, because everybody gonna get in their shit, bump the hard 808s, say fuck the police, and goddamn ride out to some hard shit. It is what it is. It's part of the game. It's ingrained. So I understand why some people may say, hey, man, how you going to say fuck the streets? If that's the case, you got to take all of the street elements out of hip hop at the very same time. I seen Problem say that. I don't disagree with him. But again, I don't think that's what they want. I think that this is just a temporary piece to get people talking and to try to find relevance as they are getting transitioned out of the spotlight. On the other side of the spectrum, we got the Crayola Care Bear Blueface, who came out and said, next time say fuck your street, LOL. I'm not shaking none of you niggas' hands backstage no more. I never thought I'd see the day niggas saying fuck the streets for a 21 Savage feature. Fuck the industry. In other tweets, he also says, I love the streets with a demon emoji. Then says, you square ass niggas should have never jumped off the curb, SMH. Heard through the grapevine that Whack 100, who of course is still in business with Blueface, although he may not still be in business with the game. He's now challenging people to line it up with Blueface if anybody don't like what he's saying. Okay? So this is a whole clusterfuck. We got pseudo street niggas and street niggas saying fuck the streets while still trying to maintain street empires. We have niggas that don't like this shit that's saying we need to keep the streets alive and well, saying fuck you niggas and fuck 21. And we have Whack 100 on the other side of this trying to set up boxing matches between the fuck the streets rappers and the we the streets rappers, all at the same damn time. And y'all wonder why people are having rap fatigue in certain regions of the world. On the heels of people coming out and criticizing this whole situation, 21 Savage came out and elaborated. He says, when I say F the streets, I'm talking about the part that gave me trauma and made me can't sleep at night. If you ain't tired of that part, you ain't been through it. Once again, not really mad at 21 Savage and the messaging here. He said the part that gave him trauma made him can't sleep at night. Of course, 21 Savage was savagely shot in his teenage years. You know what I'm saying? Almost lost his life. Has lost many of his homies in the streets. And I'm sure many of the guys who are out here portraying this street rapper persona can say the same for themselves. So again, I don't necessarily disagree with the situation. I can't be too mad at the messengers of the situation, but I still call cap and I still call hypocrisy, because I don't think that the intentions in this situation are pure, but I guess it's a start. I'll give y'all that much. You know what I mean? Boosie came out. He wasn't too thrilled about any of this as well. You know, Boosie said, if y'all gonna say F the streets, then y'all need to stop rapping about it. Let me see if I can find a Boosie quote. But he says, if the rapper's gonna say fuck the streets, y'all need to stop rapping about them. Stop double dipping. Rap about fruits, college courses, and staying out the streets. If you from the streets shaped you to the man you are today. Your mindset, your hustle, your intuition, etc. come from the streets. Your support came from the streets. Yes, I want every kid to make it out the streets. That's what we all want. But I'm never saying fuck the streets. They're responsible for our success. Are they really? Don't forget, every successful independent record label started from where the streets. All your music came from the streets. Your baby mama, you met her in the street. Damn! Now, some of these young ladies are actually highly educated and just thrilled by the lifestyle. But anyway, so if it's fuck the streets, don't rap about them. Simple as that. Show the world and fans how good of an artist y'all is and take the streets all the way out y'all rap vocabulary. I don't think nobody gets tired of hearing good rap. I don't think people get tired of hearing hip hop at its purest, at its finest, at its most highest quality. Right? But not everybody's pushing that particular line. Not everybody's pushing for excellence in that department. Niggas is going hard on trying to keep their name alive, but not trying to keep the quality of their music high, increasing their vocabulary, finding new topics to speak about from their own perspective. And until people start pushing their pen, we ain't really got too much to talk about the state of hip hop. Because honestly, y'all niggas are the ones that drove it into the ground any fucking way. So, best of luck to you. We've got a more curious case with 21 Savage here around the whereabouts of his album. What happened to the streets? Now, if y'all can remember, just a few days ago, it was projected that 21 Savage was going to come in and sell 53,000 copies. Right? As you can see here, his previous projects did as follows. What Happened to the Streets projected 53K. American Dream that dropped last year, top of last year in January. Thank you to somebody who corrected me on that. 133K. Her Loss with Drake, 404K. Savage Mode 2, 171K. I Am Greater Than I Was, 131K. Without Warning, 53K. It's an Album, 77K. Savage Mode, 12K. Okay? So starting from the bottom up, these are like his older projects when he was kind of getting his foundation together. Right? 77, 53, 131, 171. Got with Drake, 404. His last album, 133. They projected him to be at 53K. Then, once those reports started coming out of what he was projected to do, we started hearing that 21 had actually sold 90K. Okay? Follow along with me here. So the projections was 53. Grok, I don't want to hear shit from you. So then Damage Control kicked in. They say, oh, wow. He's about to do 90. Went from 53 to 90. Almost a double. Something we've never seen when it comes to projected sales. You might see somebody say, oh, this person's going to do 60 to 80. And then they might do 90. But not a dub. Not a double. Okay? So then they come and report that he did 90K. And within the last 30 minutes, they're now saying that 37,000 album sales have been filtered, as in removed, from his album. Now they're saying the official total is, 73,000. So from Chart Data's official page, they say Billboard 200 number 3, 21 Savage, What Happened to the Streets comes in at 73,000. Okay? 25,000 pure sales. Now, I don't know what world we say that 90K to 73 is a 37,000 drop. That's a fucking 17,000 drop. So I want to know where the other 20 went. Something ain't going right with these numbers. There's too much confusion about these motherfucking numbers. You know what I'm saying? Somebody lying. Somebody lying big time. Because how the fuck you go from 53 to 90 to 73 and they say you lost 37,000, but somehow you only lose 17. Y'all niggas playing with these. You had that motherfucking phone number that Young Thug was calling for Gunna. We still got the plug on them streams, on them boosts. You wouldn't have went number one if I ain't called my boy. Type shit. I don't like the games niggas is playing. I don't like the games niggas is playing. It ain't about the streets no more. What type of motherfucking laptop number games y'all playing? What type of solitaire y'all playing with the motherfucking numbers? What type of Sudoku y'all playing with the motherfucking numbers? Huh? Somebody gonna have to answer to this shit. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I will catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good out there. Peace.
The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'll never politic and the drama be piling on. Father and great son acknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5-6 bank accounts every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy calls, consulting for the stacks I built. I had to